Okay guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Rear Together. Today we are going to be talking about just display some things about feeding can and drinking can of poultry chicken. Why we decided to air these parts, why we decided to include drinking and eating feeders of poultry bed is that of recent, not just of recent, many a times people do come to ask that this water can, how I want to use them to give fowl water, this feeding can, how they take they use them. Then I now find out that okay, there is a need for we to sensitize the public on how to use this drinking can and feeding can. Though it's very simple to use, but what seems simple to you may not be simple to another fellow. That's just how life is. I've come across well-educated people who came to shop that they need drinking can for their poultry beds. When you give them feeding can, they'll still be asking, how they tell they use this feeding can, this, that, and this, and this. So that brings rises of awareness of how to use the feeding can and the drinking can. So we have, let us say, hundreds of feeding can and hundreds of drinking can in the market. But today we'll be displaying, let me say, two of the most popular drinking can and feeding can. Feeding can will just be displaying only one. While for the drinking can, we'll be displaying two types of drinking can for poultry beds. For the feeding can, I have this as feeding can. This is just a small size feeding can for medium and small scale poultry farmers. This is just a small feeding can for medium and small scale poultry farmers. So this is the feeding can. It has outlets for your feed to come out. So whenever you put food here, the food follows through all these outlets and it becomes accessible for poultry bed to eat. So we have something like a closet here which protects the food from spilling out. So now for the drinking can, I have two type of drinking can with me. I have the first one, this single purpose drinking can. So many people ask, okay, if I put water here, then like this I go use them. Some people feel like this is how it's supposed to be. Some people ask, okay, if I just put water, should I just administer to poultry bed? You know, day old bed now cannot be standing from ground and be able to drink water from this can if it is standing. So the truth about this feeding can is that we have a little outlet here. We have the outlet here and we have the outlet here. So when this can is filled with water, you cover it, then you turn it upside down. So through these two outlets now, water will start gushing out. Whenever it reach the mouth level, then the water will stop gushing out until when the birds drink from the water. The more they drink from the water, the more the water from the can will be gushing out from the can outlet. So that's how to use this drinking can. Then I have another drinking can with me which is almost the same method with the former drinking can, but this one we call it 3-in-1 drinking can for poultry beds. This is a 3-in-1 drinking can for poultry beds. We call it 3-in-1 because one, it have a protective top. Chicken, if they climb up, they can easily sleep down. So unlike this other one, they can still climb here and sleep at night. When they are sleeping, they poo in the water. But this one now, they cannot climb up and sleep because of how slopey the tops look like. This is one purpose of the can. The other purpose lies on its legs. This side and this side are the other two purposes. That's why we call it triple purpose drinking can. So if your beds are day-old beds, you use the shortest way for it between it and the ground. If you are having day-old beds, if you are having day-old beds, it have two bottom, the shorter bottom and the longer bottom. So if you are having day-old bed, you use the shorter bottom for them by keeping it this way. Then when you put water here, you cover. It's also having an outlet that allows water to gush out. It has an outlet that allows water to gush out. So when you put water, you cover. Then when you cover, you turn it upside down. You turn it upside down. Then now if it is day-old bed will be able to drink from this. So the more your bed matured, then you turn to this other side to make it more high. Why is that? If poultry beds are feeding and drinking from a high can, it broader their chest. That's one of the advantage and benefit of this other longer side. So these are how to use drinking can and feeding can for your poultry beds. So if you are seeing this video, just like it, share it, so that whenever we come with another educating videos about poultry beds, you will be able to watch it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with us as we keep on to bring you interesting and educating video about poultry.